Okay, so we did asanas. Yeah, so this is a week of International Yoga Day. At least do yoga this week, please. Look after your body, then you can look after your mind. Then, if you can look after your mind, you can look after the entire health of your body. Okay, so mind is the ruler. So this is the week of International Yoga Day. So let's do it every day this week at least. So we were doing yoga nidra after the asanas, and we completed prana, pran, apan, saman, udan, vyam. There's 5 more prana called Nad, Kurma, Karikal, Devdat, Dhananjay. Then we did the food, how you need to look after what you eat. The third part of the Yoga Nidra subconscious expression of your body is the excretory system. So visualize yourself as you breathe in, where the kidneys sit on the right, left side, they are bean-shaped structures. So obviously red bean, kidney bean, these are healthy things for the kidney to eat. So all the structures, say pear, apple, banana, everything that has a shape and color and what seasons they grow is the creator God's guide to what we eat in what seasons and what helps your body inside. So kidneys obviously with lots of water and bean and other things is very helpful for kidney. Okay, so your ureter, your bladder system excretion, sweat, make sure you sweat. So when we do asanas and pranayam, you're sweating. When you're walking, when you're doing exercise, it's important. But as you grow older, make sure you do exercises which are not damaging to your body as well. Young days, it's different. When you get older, it's different. So that's why your asanas are very helpful. As you grow older, it is even more beneficial because it's not only not damaging your body, but it's healing your body and protecting your body too. Okay, so follow that. So excretion, okay. And you need to do yajna at home, yeah? Yaj. Because we take out breath, through breath, we take out, we dirty the environment. And anything that comes out of us, we need to balance it. Like animals do their part, they're inbuilt, instinctively they'll do. Human beings, okay, we have modern sewer system and stuff, but they still, we are breathing out, we are sweating. And that's why yajna, yaj, havan, bring it home. Havan is very important because you are responsible for whatever we release in the environment too. So that's why traditionally Hindus did yajna at home every single day, morning and after. That is the reason. And fire, if it's the source of energy, you use Agni. Agni is the Shakti, yeah? That's the first mantra in Rig Veda. Om Agni Mide Purohitam Yajus Dev Matridyam Hotaram Ratnadhatama. We start with fire. So how we light diya, we cook food, we light fire. Anything and everything is done by fire. So we need to re-establish this habit of doing yajna at home. Because if you want to move to another level, you need to take responsibility of this stuff that we do as humans too. And yajna is the kriya, which links you to the sun. Obviously, the fire that we do is through sun, and sun is the link to the Brahman. You can't bypass this path. Our laziness or our self-fulfilling prophecies of trying not to do things because you don't want to do doesn't mean the path becomes there is no detour to it. The fundamentals exist and we need and we should do it. Breathe again. Deep breath. Take your attention to the fingertips. Now to the wrist, to the elbow, to the shoulder, to back of your neck. Read ki haddi, 34. Go down. Back of your thighs, back of your knees, back of your calf, ankles, sole of your feet, front of your leg, ankles, calf, knee, thighs. Stop at left side, pelvic area. Visualize the passages along the spinal cord, Ida on the left side, Pingla on the right side. In the middle, it's called Sushumna. The position of moon excretes chemical mediators, neurotransmitters, hormones. Position of sun is the reason you are alive, because your pituitary gland functions as the earth orbits the sun. So how can we change these rules? Nobody can change any of these rules. It's there. It's nature. You need to just accept and follow certain things. You need to sleep on time, need to wake on time. Then only your pituitary gland releases all these hormones. Vasopressin dilates your blood pressure, blood vessels, so your blood pressure will never go high. It expands the flow of blood in you, so you get more oxygen, you get more nutrients. It's simple logic, not rocket science. These are the hormones that do it. Your growth hormones, your thyroid hormone, your adrenal hormones, everything is secreted because of the pituitary gland, which has impact on pineal gland. It's the intuitive power and the pharmacy of your body. So you get what's called hormones of different types: endocrine, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. Good feeling, high feeling, emotions. They're all expressed. Your thyroid, your parathyroid, your bone marrow, maja asti, your stem cell. So every cell, every organ has a reserve in your body. Be it your heart, your brain, your stomach, or skin, anything. But we don't know how to tap into it. That's our problem. But the reserve is already there. Same with your immune cells. Same with your adrenal glands. So hormone secretion, cortisol or adrenaline, what time, in which situation. If you overdo it, which 99% of the human beings are doing it, your blood vessels become hardened. You get heart attack, you get brain stroke, you get cancers. So that is regulated by internally all these things. So you balance it by what's called vasovagal nerve stimulation, which is from your brain. And the only exercise that taps into is breathing exercise or learning how to meditate. Nature itself does it. If you are a good traveler, in nature, so you go to forest, sea, these things in that environment, you will stimulate it. So your heart rate is controlled, your adrenal glands are controlled. So that's called vasovagal, and that's connected to your stomach. That's why eating food and what we do is directly connected to the brain. And we say your stomach is the second brain. So food passage, your adrenal gland, your pancreas, your gallbladder, liver, all these are regulated by this, what's called rest, repair, regeneration capability, which is vasovagal nerve stimulation, as opposed to fight, flight response, which is helpful only in emergency, that's all. And you can't live in emergency 16 hours of your day, you'll destroy your body. And that is what is happening, that imbalance is causing disease. Breathe again. Deep breath. Now, watch your two eyes with your third eye. The limitation of what you can actually see. So a bird can see so far away than us without you wearing a glass. Or elephant can hear so far away. Or dog can smell so far away. Or your taste bud, it's limited. But the Maya, the illusion makes us think that is our power. It's actually very limited. And your action part, mal, muth, haath, pair, baat karne ki shakti. And if you just live by this, you are living very small life. Actually, an animal is doing better than a human being. Breathe again. Deep breath. Now take your attention to the tailbone. Follow it up. From the tailbone, it's called Mooladhara, the reserve of entire energy. You can become worse, actually, than a human if it starts traveling further south, downwards from Mooladhara. So criminality, murder, rape, all sorts of these kind of behaviors that people express. That's actually even going further down. But at the root level, the procreation, what's called the survival mode exists there by default. And the potential is really, really high because the energy is there. And you can understand if you can create a human being, imagine the power of the reserve of that energy, what can it create? But if you leave it for chance and random only activities, then you're not knowing what you are doing with your body. So as it keeps going up, like at the level of your belly button, then you'll be successful in your life in terms of money, success, work. If that is controlled, then you have time and true heart of actually being helpful to the society, empathy at the heart level, not for just for publicity, name, and evasion of tax and things. No, that's a different thing altogether. But true identification of yourself, that you are part and part of the plants, the animals, the humanity, the entire creation, and your expression in words, how you speak and things, what you do, and it keeps going up right to the top of your, in the middle, where the intuitive function happens, and right to have, so you can relate and have a conversation with the universe directly through your Sahasrara chakra on the top of your head. So that's the goal of yoga or deep Hindu prayer. Yeah? This is what it does. It brings you to yourself, to feel the universe. You are the microsome or the macro creation, Atma, Paramatma. So now feel yourself as you are lying down. Just extend yourself. Just go to the ceiling in your mind and watch yourself as the body is lying down. It's nice to have this outer body experience. Visualize yourself. Keep going up. International Space Station, and you can watch the Earth is spinning. Gravity zero doesn't mean there is nothing, no gravity, but it's moving at the same speed as the Earth is spinning. So it becomes zero. It's about 22,000 kilometers per hour. Earth is orbiting the sun. It twists itself as well about 16,000 kilometers per hour. It's nothing is static, everything is moving. And our brain is so well actually equipped to not actually make us feel that everything is moving. And little bit of change in your level of perception gives you vertigo or makes you giddy because Earth is spinning. How you move, how you walk, you should understand it's a very serious balance of your brain. That how accurate everything is, that spinning like a ball spins, and we are walking on this Earth itself. So visualize it as you keep going up, up. Visualize where the sun is. About 153 million kilometers, 8 minutes takes light to reach Earth. Or the moon. Visualize where they are. And the significance of Ekadasi, like make sure you fast twice a month on those days. Shukra Paksh, Christian Paksh, the position of moons has direct impact on your body. Now visualize the Milky Way or the Akash Ganga. It's called Virat, Hiranyagarbha, creation, our universe. And there's multiple thousands of this like this now. We know in our books it was written for thousands of years, but now the science is telling us. If you want to believe the science, science also tells us Andromeda is the next closest one, and it's 100,000 times larger than our Milky Way. So April, May is a very good time of the year because we celebrate what called Makar Santi, or how the sun moves, or our Milky Way moves. Sun moves within the Milky Way as well. Sun is not static. When it does 25,000 rounds, you start entering a good phase in the mental status slowly start changing in human beings. So that's what it's going through now. So awareness is coming in people. Because yoga and parts of Hindu religion was almost gone for last so many thousands of years. But it's coming back now. Because that thing is happening now. People are getting aware, their conscience is coming back. So movement, Makar Santi, that's what the celebration is. And if you want to do anything, do it by April, May. This type of the year is very powerful in terms of disciplining you. Alpha Centauri, what's called Event Horizon, where your plane of existence starts changing. So you're not living in time and space that we are on Earth in 3 dimension. As you go in 4th dimension, you're going out of it. You're going in space-time rather than time-space. Particles become energy, mass becomes energy, and so forth. And about 50 billion light years away, it's called cosmic horizon. There's nothing. The Rig Bear describes it in the Sadhya Sukta if you want to read it. Describing it. So light matter is about 70%, dark matter about 30%. The rest is what's called dark energy, nothing. And everything comes from nothingness. That's why once you know solitude, you know silence, you will start tapping into the power of abundance. Because everything comes from that nothingness, what we don't have the definition even. That's where it is. And when we do breathing exercise, that's where we are tapping into. It's called space, empty space between two breaths. So that nothingness, tapping into that abundance of everything. It's described by quantum energy unified theory. It's called quantum coherence, quantum jumping, entanglement. These are the words that I use. It's for that. What you want to achieve is you have to move in the state of your body from physical into astral body and eventually into the energy-based self that the potential is. Because that component of you is a light energy component. It can express into forms of anything like a human being or an ant or a wasp or a animal or whatever. It can change. It goes through what's called wormhole. It doesn't have to orbit around planets to actually travel. Because there is all connection, interplanetary connections and inter-universal connection. You travel through it. That's your astral body. And if you go into your causal body, then you are merged into the source. So breathe deeply, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. So this amount of what's called Yoga Nidra or actively sleeping, tapping into your subconscious, reduces the amount of sleep even you need, because it's sleep by default will sleep is only for your physical body. Your brain is not sleeping. It's actually doing all this work. And what we go through, what I was talking, is what's happening when you are sleeping. But as you know, if you don't have your attention to anything in life, things will happen, but doesn't happen as well if you had your attention of being in that state. So that's what Yoga Nidra gives you. Okay, so let's do some breathing exercise. Bhastika pranayama, yeah? So breathing in through your nostrils, breathing out through your nostrils. You're moving your tummy while trying to be as still as possible. So Pran Kriya is now touching your astral body. Asanas, we're doing your physical body. So Sthul Sharir, Suksham Sharir. Karan Sharir is Atma. When we will do meditation, then we are going into deepa even, the deepest part of you. And once you live in that part, awareness of living in that part, then all these actions that we are doing, actually nothing is required then at that level. So very high level yogic people, they don't do much exercise, any of these actions. These are part of rituals still. So rituals start like at kindergarten level. So we do arti, we do other things, and then you keep following, learn mantras, Sanskrit, keep going, and you keep going. You have to progress. You can't just sit on your laurels that I know little bit of action that is enough. No, even passing all those action part. And when I say some say Sadhguru, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Swami Ramdev, and then when they're enlightened, they're still working very hard because that component of even living in blissfulness has its own different zones, 7 levels in there. So the problem of us as simple human beings is we think we can read Ramayana or do a Havan. We've achieved everything. This is primary school. Okay, so this breath component, pran kriya, is actually helping your astral body or your mind. Because the thought process, 60, 70,000 thoughts come within a day. How do you control it? You can't stop it. But breath with food and with this knowledge and exercises, then slowly, slowly limits the amount of monkey mind that we all have. And that is why it's very difficult. Not only we get sickness, but you can't actually progress, evolve as a human being. So that's how these actions are very helpful. Bhakti, initially doing actions, prayers, concentration brings you slowly. Because that keep doing within. Use your hand, breathe in and out. Okay, so breathing exercises are harder than normal exercises. Okay, the amount of concentration it requires to do it properly, to move your belly button and the energy. That's why you start sweating very quickly with breathing exercise. You have to jump and run for at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then you start sweating. But with breathing, 5 minutes, you start sweating. It's called Bhastika. Now we do Agnisar. Breathe in, deep breath, breathe out all, then hold the breath and move your belly button out and in. Breathe in, out. Now we do Ujjayi Pranayam. Ujjayi is Put your attention to the breath along your throat as you breathe in. Yes, feel the vibration. Very good. Okay, to energize you. Okay, there's energy sitting inside you. Immune system, all it gets activated. Put your chin on your chest. Now breathe. Do the same thing. Close your right nose. Breathe out through the left. Ujjayi Pranayama. Now let's do Abhayantra Briti. So deep breath in. Deep breath out. Vahi Briti. Hold the breath. Mool Band, Jalandan Band, Udan Band. When you can't hold, breathe in nice, deep. Watch your breath inside as it travels because you are in the space, that empty space. Yeah, I was saying the space between your breath. You hold the breath. Metaphorically, you are in that space where I described there's nothing present. So you become in that state completely in a nose, like there's nothing there. See, the breath can make you feel that space. Okay, it's between nuclear in an atom as well, yeah. So where the nucleus is in this space, that zone. Breathe again. Kapalbhati. Kapal, yeah. Opening up of your top of your head, communicating with the energy that is there. So heart, brain coherence, to Damru, pyramidal shape, top to the heart, base, root chakra to the heart. That's a connection. And if that opens up through your Sahasrara chakra, you're communicating with the universal energy, God energy, God particles. Then you are blessed. You have the grace every moment. So Kapalbhati helps you connect. It's very powerful. It's a breathing out exercise. Let's do whatever minutes can you do. Try and do it. Try and push a little bit every time you do, because it's hard exercise. It's not easy. But if you keep persisting a few minutes every time, then it becomes rhythmic. Once you're in rhythm, then that rhythm itself is like an energy, it drives you. So breathing out, keeping. Okay, so in 10 minutes we have. Let's do for 10 minutes Kapalbhati, and it will get cut out. Okay.